I think everything King is trying to say is just coming off. He's using the wrong words, I feel like. And I told him this. It was just time, to just branch out and do my own thing, focus more on me.
I feel restricted being under my parents' roof for so long, So I'm looking forward to having my own place because I'm ready to see what it has to offer. I just yearn for the experience.
Hi, this is Zoey. What happens when one of the toughest rappers in the game is caught in the middle of family drama? Today, we're talking about none other than T.I., the king of the South, who's known for his gritty lyrics, massive success, and larger-than-life persona. But this time, the headlines aren't about his music or business moves. Instead, all eyes are on his family, specifically his son Messiah, and the swirling rumors that have set the internet on fire. If you're ready for the real tea behind the rumors, the drama, and the family fallout, stick around because this story has layers you won't want to miss. To kick things off, let's talk about Messiah. Unlike some other celebrity kids, Messiah isn't the type to constantly be in the public eye. In fact, he's known for being pretty private. He doesn't share much about his personal life, whether it's about relationships, his identity, or even his day-to-day activities. This has left fans guessing and, unfortunately, making up their own stories. And when there's a mystery like that, you know the internet will run wild with theories. And boy, did it ever.
Your husband put a gun to my head after me looking out for you on several occasions. You are the battered woman. I'm saying you're the woman that's always somewhere crying.
But why is this even a big deal? Well, it all started when people noticed something strange. If you watched T.I. and Tiny the Family Hustle, you probably remember how the show gave fans a glimpse into the Harris family's life. But as the seasons went on, Messiah seemed to quietly fade out of the spotlight. This got fans talking. Why wasn't he on the show as much as his siblings? Did something happen behind the scenes? And then, the bombshell rumor dropped. Was Ty trying to hide something about Messiah's personal life, specifically his identity? Now, let's pause here for a second. This is where things get tricky. Messiah hasn't ever addressed these rumors publicly, and he doesn't have to. It's his right to keep his personal life personal, but that hasn't stopped people from speculating. Some fans think the rumors are completely made up, while others believe there might be a kernel of truth. And then there's T.I., who has stayed pretty quiet about the situation, leaving everyone to wonder what's really going on. Here's where things take an even more interesting turn. Messiah isn't the only one of T.I.'s kids who stepped back from the public eye. His brother Domani has done the same, but for completely different reasons.
When I was coming up, I had to get up, get out, and create opportunities, get in rooms, make people see why I should be where everyone else.
Domani has openly shared that he didn't want to be known as just T.I.'s son. When he was younger, he loved the idea of being on TV. Who wouldn't? Cameras following you around, fans loving your every move. It sounds like a dream, right? But as Domani got older, he started to feel differently. In an interview, Domani explained that he didn't want fame handed to him on a silver platter. He wanted to work for it. He didn't want people to see him and think, oh, that's just T.I.'s kid from the reality show. He wanted them to recognize him for his own talents, especially his music. And here's where it gets even more impressive. Domani was offered $85,000 to keep appearing on The Family Hustle. That's not pocket change. It's a life-changing amount of money for most people. But Domani said no. Why? Because he didn't want to trade his independence for a paycheck. That's some serious willpower, especially for someone so young. But let's not forget who we're dealing with here. T.I. is no ordinary dad. He's built his career on being a symbol of strength and resilience, and he expects the same from his kids. He's talked before about how he grew up in tough circumstances and had to fight for every opportunity. In his eyes, his kids need to do the same. He's not going to just hand them success. They have to earn it.
I stayed with my mother. Most people don't know that we got different moms. Me and Messiah got the same mom. Messiah's my older brother. We did stay in Riverdale for a while. It turned out to be a good balance, but I wasn't looking at it like that at the time. So you could imagine going from this type of situation, which wasn't like bad. Like I didn't look around and be like, man, we need to, this is crazy. I wasn't like that.
Yeah.
But it's just like when you see something else totally opposite of that, make you feel weird. Like I'm thinking about, dang, how does my mom feel? Like going on trips and stuff and she's at the house and going over here, we come back with clothes.
He feels a certain type of way of like, okay, y'all think of us pertaining to you and him
a certain way because of the TV show.
I think everything King is trying to say is just coming off. He's using the wrong words, I feel like, and I told him this.
For some people, this makes T.I. a tough but respectable parent. For others, it feels like he's putting too much pressure on his kids to live up to his legacy, and this brings us back to Messiah. Unlike Domani, Messiah hasn't spoken publicly about why he stepped back from the show or what his relationship with T.I. is like now, but that hasn't stopped fans from wondering, is Messiah choosing to stay out of the spotlight because of the rumors? Or is he, like Domani, carving his own path? The video leaves these questions open-ended, which is part of what makes this story so compelling. It's not just about the drama, it's about the choices, the struggles, and the dynamics that make this family so fascinating. Let's not forget the bigger picture here. T.I. isn't just a rapper, he's also a father, a mentor, and a man who's trying to balance his career with his family life. That's no easy feat, especially when your every move is under a microscope. And while T.I. has faced his fair share of controversies over the years, this situation hits closer to home. It's not just about him, it's about his kids, their futures, and how they navigate the pressures of fame. Now, let's take a step back and look at this from another angle.
Do any of you know why we're here?
Kinda. A little bit.
Let's go with the kinda. I'm gonna go with the kinda.
One of the things that makes this story so interesting is how it highlights the different paths people can take when they're born into fame. Domani chose to step away from reality TV to focus on his music career, and it's paying off. He's making waves in the industry and even has the backing of J. Cole, a legend in his own right. Messiah, on the other hand, has taken a quieter approach. He stayed out of the spotlight almost entirely. But here's the thing, not everyone wants to be famous. For some people, the idea of constantly being in the public eye is more of a burden than a blessing. And if that's the case for Messiah, who can blame him? Fame isn't for everyone, and stepping away takes a lot of courage, especially when the world is watching. So what does all of this mean for T.I. and his family? For one, it shows that being a celebrity doesn't make you immune to family drama. In fact, it might make it even harder to deal with. Every decision you make is scrutinized, and every rumor is amplified, and every private moment risks becoming public. And yet, despite all of this, T.I. seems determined to do what he thinks is best for his kids, even if it's not what people expect.
And at the time, I was very excited. I wanted to
watch
do it.
TV, so you're
right.
like, I get to be on TV?
Exactly.
All right, yeah.
I get to be on TV. But then I started realizing that I cared more about how they know me, you know? So it was just time, you know, to just branch out and do my own thing, focus more on me.
T.I. has always been seen as someone who doesn't shy away from tough situations. He's built his reputation on being strong, both in his music and in his personal life. But what happens when that strength is tested within his own family? That's the question at the heart of this story. Whether it's dealing with the rumors about Messiah or supporting Domani's decision to step away from reality TV, T.I. is clearly navigating some uncharted waters as a father. One of the most fascinating parts of this story is how it shows the pressure of growing up in a famous family. For kids like Messiah and Domani, there's no such thing as a normal childhood. From the moment they were born, they've been in the spotlight, with cameras capturing their every move and fans forming opinions about their lives. That kind of attention can be overwhelming, especially for someone like Messiah, who values his privacy. But let's not forget the role that fame plays in shaping these dynamics. Fame isn't just about having money or being recognized on the street, it's about the expectations that come with it. For T.I.'s kids, those expectations are even higher. They're not just expected to succeed, they're expected to live up to the legacy of their father, one of the most successful rappers of his generation. That's a lot of pressure for anyone, let alone someone who's still figuring out who they are. Speaking of figuring things out, let's talk more about Messiah. One of the reasons fans have been so curious about him is because he's such a mystery. Unlike Domani, who's been open about his music career and his decision to step away from reality TV, Messiah has kept a much lower profile. This has only added fuel to the rumors about his personal life, especially when it comes to his identity. But here's the thing, Messiah doesn't owe anyone an explanation. Whether he's gay, straight, or something else entirely, that's his business. And the fact that he's chosen to keep his personal life private shows a level of maturity that not everyone has. Still, that hasn't stopped people from speculating. The leaked pictures that supposedly sparked this whole controversy have been the subject of endless debate online. Some fans think the pictures were taken out of context, while others believe they reveal something deeper about Messiah's life. And then there's T.I., who has stayed mostly silent on the matter. His silence has left fans wondering, is he trying to protect his son's privacy, or is he struggling to come to terms with the rumors himself? This brings us to an even bigger question. What does it mean to be a parent in the spotlight? For T.I., being a dad isn't just about providing for his kids, it's about teaching them how to navigate a world that's always watching. That's a tough job, especially when your family's every move is under scrutiny. And while T.I. has made it clear that he wants his kids to be independent, some people think he might be taking it too far. Is it possible to be both a tough love parent and a supportive one? That's the balancing act T.I. seems to be trying to figure out. But let's not forget that this story isn't just about T.I., it's about the entire Harris family. From Domani's bold decision to step away from reality TV to Messiah's quiet defiance of the spotlight, every member of the family is carving out their own path. And while it might look messy from the outside, it's also a testament to their resilience. They're not letting fame dictate their lives, they're taking control of their own stories. And speaking of control, let's take a moment to appreciate what Domani has accomplished. Walking away from an $85,000 paycheck is no small feat, especially for a teenager. But Domani didn't just walk away. He walked towards something bigger. By focusing on his music career, he's proving that he's more than just T.I.'s son. He's an artist in his own right, and he's already making a name for himself in the industry. With mentorship from J. Cole and a growing fan base, Domani is showing the world that you don't need a reality show to be successful. Meanwhile, Messiah's journey is a reminder that not everyone wants to be in the spotlight. For him, stepping back might be less about making a statement and more about finding peace. And while fans might be eager to know more about his life, it's important to remember that everyone deserves their privacy, even celebrities. So, where does this leave us? For one, it leaves us with a lot of questions. Will Messiah ever address the rumors about his identity? Will T.I. open up about how he's handling the challenges of being a parent in the public eye? And what's next for the Harris family as they continue to navigate life in the spotlight? These are questions only time will answer, but one thing's for sure, this story isn't over yet. If there's one thing we've learned from this saga, it's that fame is a double-edged sword. It can open doors and create opportunities, but it can also bring challenges and pressures that most people will never have to face. For T.I. and his family, the key seems to be finding a balance between privacy and transparency, independence and support, and fame and family. And that's where we'll leave you for now. But don't go anywhere, because this story is far from finished. As more details come to light, we'll be here to keep you updated on all the latest twists and turns. So, what do you think? Is T.I. handling things the right way, or is there more he could be doing to support his kids? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. Trust us, you're going to want to stick around for what's coming next. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.